Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So it is the last day of the year 2024 and what a year it has been. If you're a student and you're tired of falling behind, you're tired of procrastinating and making excuses, listen up. 2025 is not going to be your year because of some motivational magic or because you watched this video. 2025 is only going to be your year if you stop wasting time and if you get disciplined. So let's get right into it. Part 1 is to own your time or lose it. Stop acting like time is infinite because it's not. You have the same 24 hours as top students, and the only difference is how you make use of them. So this is how you fix it. Break your day into chunks, into manageable chunks, right? Do not be unrealistic. Wake up, know what you're doing and when. Don't guess anything. Let there be no guesswork. Use Google Calendar, use Notion Calendar, or even just a notebook. You can buy a planner in a nearby shop and plan your day, right? Breaking into manageable chunks. The second is every Sunday at the beginning of that week, spend 20 minutes breaking massive big tasks into daily bite-sized pieces. It's almost like if you have an essay to submit on the Friday of that week, on Sunday you're gonna break that essay. Say it's a 1,500 word essay. You shouldn't actually start working on an essay the week you have to submit that essay. But if that was the case, on the Monday you would gather your resources, right? You would get started on your introduction, and then you would also get started on your rationale if you're writing a rationale. You would do the reading for your maybe the first paragraph, maybe 800 words. You do the reading for that paragraph, you do the mind map, you do the plan, and then say the night before you would do another reading, and you get the idea. Another thing is you need to stick to your schedule, right? Stick to your schedule. No excuses. If you mess up, it's fine. Reset. But don't let that spiral into chaos. If you miss whatever, yeah, give yourself grace. But do not let that keep happening. Discipline is not a personality trait. Discipline is a choice. It is something that you develop. So it's either you plan your time or you plan zero. And you know, there's this quote that says, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. But that is not where it ends. Whether you plan or not, you need to actually get it done. So you need to stick to your schedule. Another thing is to stop passive studying. Here is the cold truth. Most of you are wasting hours studying and learning nothing. Why? Because passive studying does not work. You need to use active recall. You don't just reread your notes. Quiz yourself. Make flashcards. Use apps like Anki. Write out everything you remember from memory. Blur it. Right? Apply spaced repetition. Review materials at intervals. 1 day later, 3 days later, even 1 hour later, right? A week later. This helps you lock it into your brain. That is how you study. Teach the material to yourself. Teach the material to someone else. If you cannot explain it, you don't know it. It's simple, but it's hard, and that is why it works. That is my favorite method, actually, teaching somebody. My baby brother is 11, and he barely has a clue what I'm talking about when I'm talking about like A-level chemistry, A-level biology, but I just teach him. You teach it like you're teaching a primary school student, then you know that you understand it. But when you're teaching it, you need to make sure that you actually write, because sometimes to avoid embarrassment, like for me now, sometimes to avoid embarrassment, I would not know what I'm talking about, and I'll just just cheapen something that's not even true, that's not a part of it. Do not do that. Not advisable. Part 3 is to create an environment that forces focus. Let that sink in. Discipline starts with your environment. If your workplace is a disaster, if your reading table is a disaster, your brain is already working against you. Clear your desk. That is how you do it. Clear your desk. Only keep what you need to study on the desk at that time. Your laptop, your notes, your pen, your paper. Nothing else. Nothing else. Use tools to block distractions. App like Freedom or Forest. I personally use Forest. So block out distractions. Keep your phone away from you. Cut off social media whilst you work. For me, I like to move around. So by move around, I mean, say today's a Friday, I would study at home, and then on Saturday I would go to like the city library and go and study. But if that does not work for you, then study in the same place every day. Make it a habit so that when you sit down, your brain knows that it is time for studying. Okay? Part 4 is to study smarter, not longer. I'm sure you've heard that phrase somewhere. You've either heard it on TikTok or Instagram or anywhere really, but forget marathon study sessions. The goal is not to study long hours. The goal is to make the hours that you do study count. So here's how you're going to do that. You're going to study in focused sprints. You're going to use the Pomodoro technique. 25 minutes of deep focus, 5 minutes break. Now, when you take your break, do not start doing something that's going to be difficult to go back from or to leave alone. Do not start scrolling. Don't, right? If you need to quickly respond to a text, do that. But do not start scrolling on social media. So if you wanted to take a 5-minute break, you can go downstairs, grab a fruit, have something to drink. Or if you have snacks in your room, stay in your room, right? Stay in that atmosphere of deep focus. Yeah, do that. And then repeat this about as much as you need, but I would recommend 4 times. And after that, take a longer break. Say go have dinner downstairs, spend some time, take 30 minutes to watch a little bit of a show with your family, then come upstairs and do flashcards on what you've studied or blurt, right? Another thing is to start with your hardest task first. You've got the most energy and the most willpower in the morning. Use it. Now, I know that as students, you really can't control it during the school hours. Take, for example, me. I prefer having my maths class in the morning, but the majority of my maths class is in the afternoon, and there's nothing I can do about that because I'm not the administrator. I'm not in any position of authority. But the ones where you are in control during holidays or half terms or on Saturdays, study your hardest task in the morning. Now, what you would do is at the end of the day, you would review. Like I said, for doing focused sprints, how you would blurt at the end. Review, spend 10 minutes summarizing what you have learned to reinforce it. Blurt or something. Just summarize it from your head. Just do that. Yeah. Part 5 would be to take ownership of your result. The harsh truth is that no one is coming to save you. If you fail, it's on you. If you succeed, it's because of the work that you have put in. Stop blaming bad teachers, hard exams, or not having time. Figure it out. Ask questions. I've had a very bad teacher. Year 12, my maths teacher gave me hell. Stop blaming teachers, right? You're going to have good teachers and you're going to have bad teachers. There's nothing you can do about that. Figure it out. Ask questions. Go to the school the end of year and ask them to change your teacher. Find resources or change how you approach it. Another thing you're going to do is you're going to track your success. You're going to track your progress before you can track your success. Set a clear goal. Set a clear and realistic goal, like improving your grades by 10% each time you do a test, each time you have an exam. Measure it every month. If you're not getting closer, change your strategy. 2025 is your chance to level up, but it actually starts with taking responsibility for where you are right now. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that this helps you in some way, shape or form, and subscribe. Bye.